Hi, I'm Mary Taussig, a senior midfielder on the women's lacrosse team, and I'm honored to represent Colorado College as part of the SCAC Character and Community Program. I decided to enroll at Colorado College because I've always been a big outdoor enthusiast, so I was looking for a school that had a great active and outdoor environment as well as a small student body. And I had a friend who attended CC, and she suggested me going out here just for a visit. And once I came out here, I met with the lacrosse team and just experienced the Colorado College environment. I fell in love with the school, and here I am. So coming to CC, Chris Stanek was my first advisor, and it wasn't until 8th block, my freshman year, I took a class with her called Power of the Arts and Education, and it's a community-based learning class. And so I was put with a group of students in a third grade classroom, I think, and I just fell in love with teaching and being with students. And just from then on out, Chris Stanek and I have become kind of really passionate about the education field and kind of she inspired me to become an educator. So starting freshman year, I took an interest in teaching. So my idea for a venture grant didn't really start till about third block, and it was a pretty lofty goal, but after talking to Chris Stanek about me potentially being awarded a venture grant to do research for my senior thesis on refugee education, that experience in itself kind of stemmed from my summer internship at the Lutheran Family Service Refugee and Asylum agency, where I just kind of developed this passion for helping refugees integrate better into society. And so being awarded this venture grant, I was able to go to Cairo, Egypt with my mom's organization, Save the Children, and explore the education settings there and see how refugees are being integrated into schools. So just going to Cairo was very eye-opening and definitely helped kind of expand my perspective on education and like what the best settings are to accommodate refugees. So it was just amazing. So actually this past block I took a class called Education Policy, and it was taught by a former administrator, and she kind of encouraged us, if we wanted to become more involved in the administration level, that you need to understand teaching and being a classroom teacher before you can move on to the administration level. So my work beginning in August at the New England Center for Children, I think, will help me kind of gain that classroom teaching experience, especially working with more vulnerable children, with students with autism. So I think having that experience at the smaller level as a teacher will help me kind of, or shape my influence as an administrator one day, hopefully. So throughout my athletic career, starting from like when I was about 8 years old, I've always been focused on whether the team wins or loses, not really on my individual stats, even though like that's awesome if I play well and the team also wins, that I'm happy. So I think that just kind of shows who I am as a player. I've always kind of tried my best, even on and off the field, to be more of a teammate who's concerned with the overall success of a team rather than just my personal accomplishments. So being able to play my twin sister this year was incredible. Before we knew that we were playing each other, we thought it was a pretty lofty dream that we'd ever be able to compete against each other, because we've always been on the same team. And so when that moment actually came and our family was there like cheering for us, they were wearing like Switzerland shirts because they were neutral, and then also going against her on the circle because we play the same position, was just beyond anything that I've ever or could have imagined. And I think it's just going to be one of those memories that sticks with me through life. It was just so much fun and competitive, and I think we both had a really great time being able to play against each other. So coming to CC, I was part of a very large class on the lacrosse team. There's about 7 of us now who still remain on the lacrosse team who are seniors, and we're all captains. And so just growing with them as like people and as lacrosse players has just been really incredible. I know that I've made friends for life, and being able to lead with them for 4 years now has just been something that I don't think you really can appreciate in other aspects of college. Being a part of something bigger than yourself and making relationships with the 6 other girls on the senior class is just something that I think we'll be able to have for the rest of our lives, and be able to kind of come back to CC and like always remember our time spent on the field and off the field with each other.